Tata Motors starts road test of hydrogen truck range up to 500 kilometers. Trials will span 24 months across India's key freight corridors, including Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, NCR. Bharti Airtel teams up with Elon Musk's SpaceX to launch Starlink internet in India. This is just like, hey, we are open to do business in internet sector. Do a partnership between Airtel and Jio to offer your services, but these services will be premium.
Yeah.
That's a typical Gujarati move. Hey guys, welcome back to Tech Gappa, which is the first ever tech podcast show in India. We are the hosts. I'm Amog.
I'm Sumit.
I'm Mohit.
And we discuss all things tech in a simplified way. You ask why we do it? It's simple. We are technically nerds. So Tech Gappa is now available on Spotify and YouTube Music, so you can listen to this podcast on these two platforms. And secondly, our video is available in Hindi and Marathi subtitles. So you can head to the closed caption section and select your preferred language over there. So this is another week here, and we are really excited to share and discuss a lot of great updates from telecom sector, Tesla's point of view, hydrogen sector, and again AI, but not related directly to AI, but semiconductor, which is related to AI from that standpoint. So we have this week Jio and Airtel just announced their tie-up with Starlink. So we will be getting private players like Starlink in India, because in some of our previous videos we had discussed that Starlink will not be here in India.
Yeah.
But Viola, we have Starlink here and partnered with Airtel and Jio both. But there are slight differences in between these two telecom operators and these partnerships. So we will take a look at what exactly Airtel and Jio has to offer. So let's begin with the episode. Starting off with the first update of today's podcast, we have an update from Tata Motors commercial sector, and it is from hydrogen truck. So like 2 or 3 years ago, I had read a news about Tata Motors giving hydrogen fuel cell equipped buses, which was about 10 or 12 buses, to Indian Oil specifically, just to test about their hydrogen timeline, you can say. Or they were sort of exploring, Indian Oil and Tata Motors were exploring the hydrogen space together. And this update comes right after about 2 or 3 years after that news. This article is from 4th of March. And the headline says, I'm quoting, Tata Motors starts road test of hydrogen truck, range up to 500 kilometers. So that's something good. But again, 500 kilometer, is it on road, actual range, or ARAI, or 500 with an asterisk? That needs to be checked. The hydrogen truck trials will span 24 months, deploying 16 advanced hydrogen powered trucks across India's key freight corridors, including Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, NCR, Surat, Baroda, Jamshedpur, and Kalinganagar. These trucks will utilize both hydrogen internal combustion engine, which is the technical term for this is H2ICE, and hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicle, which is FCEV technologies, making a new era of clean and efficient cargo transportation in the country.
That's great.
So yeah, that is really great, because these are, and again, the good thing is that they're testing on the key freight corridors in India. So that's
Yeah.
it
Because
will,
I was just about to say, if they're going to launch a truck with an ICE engine that is purely based on hydrogen, it would have really less torque in comparison to say a diesel engine, obviously. So, but looking at that electric part of the engine component, it's great. I mean, there will be talk. Obviously, it's going to be a mix something, obviously. And I think, especially on key freight corridors, if they test it out and if it shines, I mean, come on, it's a win, always a win.
yeah, it's always a win. But again, the range is only 500 kilometers, and as of now, we don't have any hydrogen filling stations between Mumbai and Baroda, or
Mhm.
if or maybe in the two twin cities, you can say. I mean, Mumbai Pune, you don't really need if your range is 500 kilometers, but still, what if you run out of hydrogen? But
Exactly.
again, I
And
mean,
I mean, and there is there's one more thing as well. If you're mixing electricity and hydrogen, the safety is like a big concern, at least on my end. because hydrogen is beyond explosive.
Yeah,
So if we are to consider any kind of leakages, then it will be,
correct.
ooh, it'll be scary.
Again, we had discussed about hydrogen and its types
Mhm.
and how exactly the hydrogen is extracted. And there are 4 to 5 types of hydrogen. So link to that in the top right corner of this video. And secondly, we have also seen Cummins coming up with engines for trucks again. So again, the you can find the video in the link.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, actually
I think
speaking of
so.
Cummins and hydrogen, actually, I'm sorry, Mohit.
Yeah.
Is Cummins actually providing the engines here, or is it internally developed by Tata itself?
I think it's internally developed by Tata because it is
That's
coming
great.
in the Prima series, which is very famous.
Yeah, exactly.
Mohit, you were
So
saying
yeah, so
something.
basically, I think so. This is the kind of a step forward to exiting the diesel out of India.
Yes,
Mhm. Yeah.
It is kind of an initiative towards this, because nowadays, if you can see, very few manufacturers are left in a kind of a car manufacturers, which is coming up with the diesel engine. So the intention is very clear.
right,
Uh, they have to get rid of diesel in India at least. So main target is basically heavy vehicles, it's commercial vehicles, trucks, buses. So they are targeting that with the hydrogen. And
right.
yeah,
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. And luckily, the best part about hydrogen is burning it only makes water. So, I mean, it's
Yes,
a win-win scenario. It's only the extraction and actual usage will be a bit difficult during the first few implementation stages, but definitely looking forward to it.
we don't have
definitely.
also the cost exactly, right?
Yeah,
Per
No
per
cost.
exactly.
per kg or per
No cost as
mm,
of now. Like Sumed is saying, I mean, there is no, we don't have proper extraction methods and storage methods of hydrogen. So we can't really comment on what the cost of hydrogen will be per kg or whatever the unit is. But let's just go back to the article and just take a look at what the article has to say. So, like I said, this will be a trial which will include 3 flagship Tata hydrogen power trucks and the Prima series, which is their bestseller modern truck series. uh, we will be able to see H2ICE, which is hydrogen internal combustion engine, and hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicle primas. And like I said earlier about the range of what exactly the range will be. So these trucks offer an operational range of 300 to 500 and feature Tata Motors premium Prima cabin, like we said, advanced driver assist system, which is ADAS basically, and enhanced safety features, ensuring a superior and fatigue-free, etc., etc. So
Mhm.
yes, I mean this pretty much sounds promising on paper to me as of now, but we really need to see how the tests goes
right.
because because it like Delhi, Mumbai, and we already have seen a lot of corridors for trucks. We have no need to mention Mumbai Pune. We see a lot of truck traffic on Mumbai Pune expressways and the highways basically. Also Mumbai Ahmedabad or Mumbai Baroda for that matter, because Mumbai has a huge port, and we already are seeing western and eastern dedicated freight corridors, which is on railways. So again, government is trying to build a road infrastructure between all the four metro cities, which like earlier this used to be called as a golden quadrilateral, which was connecting Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai, Kolkata. So again, government is planning to connect these 4 cities with railways as well as roads, but specifically for freight, which is truck movement. But again, I mean, 300 to 500 kilometers is good amount of range, pretty decent. But again, needs to be checked whether this is sensitive with the load the truck is carrying,
Exactly.
and steep
The
inclines.
availability in between.
Yes, and also the availability of hydrogen as to
Yes.
what
Sure.
exactly is going on. But I mean, we are moving in the right direction. Firstly, hydrogen engines, hydrogen cars, then actual prototypes of Prima, Prima trucks equipped with hydrogen powered railway engines. So, I mean, yes, I think commercial segment, commercial transportation, hydrogen might be promising. We never know.
Yeah,
But again, like we have already mentioned about this, the lethality factor and the explosive nature needs to be tackled. But let's see, I mean, we will get to know a lot more things after we are done with the trials.
exactly.
We should definitely take a look at how the trial goes. And if at all we get some information, we will definitely give an update about this particular thing. Now, let's take a look at the very much awaited update of this week, which is Airtel collaborating with Starlink. And this news came right after Tesla decided to launch Model Y here in India. And we were actually discussing, or we were actually thinking that Tesla would never ever launch their Starlink satellite services in India because it's a private player. But to our surprise, we are now seeing Airtel and Jio teaming
Exactly.
up with Starlink.
Mhm.
Let's
Both
see
are
how
teaming
they
up.
differ. I'm reading the article and I'm quoting Bharti Airtel teams up with Elon Musk's SpaceX to launch Starlink Internet in India. India's satellite broadband service market is expected to reach $1.9 billion by 2030, according to Deloitte. So, you know what exactly Starlink is. If you are unaware of what Starlink is, we have discussed this about this in our previous podcast. So, link to that episode in the upper right corner of the video. You can check that out. Yep. So, and again, I'm just quoting the article. The telecom major announced on Tuesday, March 11, that it has signed an agreement with SpaceX to explore offering Starlink equipment in Airtel's retail stores. Wow.
That
So,
is quite a jump. Yeah,
a jump, yes. So, technically, I mean, you can walk into the Airtel store and buy Starlink satellite dish or what as a part of Airtel. Let's see. So Starlink services could also be offered to Airtel's business customers as a part of the deal. The partnership will also enable opportunities to connect communities, schools, health centers, etc., and also in some parts of some rural parts of India. So what else? Yeah, SpaceX's application for security clearance is reportedly under review by the Union Home Ministry. The US based satellite company has also applied for landing rights in India, and its application is being processed by Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center. So I'm not really sure what exactly landing rights are. So if you guys know what landing rights are, you can comment down below. But again, I mean, this will be available for business, that is enterprise, and normal individual consumers as well. So like we see here with Starlink Enterprise Suite, Airtel will be able to offer enterprises, businesses, and communities comprehensive and seamless connectivity packages. So like we have with Windows version, we have Windows Home, Windows Student, and Windows Enterprise,
mhm.
or similar kind of. We have Airtel corporate plans or Airtel individual plans. So similarly, we can expect, you can say. The partnership is also notably notable given that two companies were on the opposite sides of raging debate on how to divvy up
Divya.
satellite spectrum. That is, I think, mess up if I'm not wrong. But while Indian telcos like Jio and Airtel largely favored the auction-based allocation of satellite spectrum, the government sided with Starlink and opted for the spectrum to be allocated by administrative means in accordance with global norms. Wow.
That sounds fair.
So,
About the distribution about the satellites. So both the companies are actually engaged in that particular thing, and then government goes in between, and as per the norms, they will be separating.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think from Indian customer point of view, we will have to. So it will be like Airtel is using Starlink's technology because of their partnership. So we will have to enroll our connection application, or rather, our connection application will be with Airtel and not with Starlink.
Of course.
Mhm.
So that is how we, or rather, government is ensuring the privacy, data privacy, or rather, nobody can do, because there have been a lot of news going around that in case a lot of terrorists are using Starlink because it's a private network entirely. So just to surpass this, I think Airtel has been brought into the middle of all these things.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good thing because we have Airtel and Jio working with SpaceX or Starlink for that matter. So we will
Mhm.
be seeing some. And I mean, yes, Airtel 5G, Airtel and Jio are already there in the market, 5G market pretty much.
Right.
So this particular move might help a lot. But specifically, I see I see no wording for cellular internet provision. So I
Yeah.
think Starlink will be only used for Airtel Extreme Fiber, maybe.
Mhm. Mhm.
Or just like we have Geo Air Fiber for rural areas, Airtel can target rural segment with the help of Starlink, is what I feel.
Yeah.
Because we don't see Airtel. I mean, I have not seen Airtel in rural areas. I mean, very remote areas. I might be
Mhm.
wrong, but I have not prominently seen Airtel fiber broadband in rural
Uh-huh.
areas, because Jio and BSNL have a lot of dominance when it comes to fiber network or broadband network services.
Mhm.
So I mean, yeah, maybe Airtel might use this, but this really is a good move because, and like we had discussed, people are buying caravans, people who are extremely excited of road trips and going or traveling from one place to other with their modified cars capable
Yeah.
of accommodation. They
Mhm.
might use this kind of service.
Yeah, that can most definitely happen. Especially, and even there is one more use case that I've been thinking of nowadays. So, consider the startup market in this term that since we're pushing, uh, we could say the agenda of Make in India, right? And we know that there is a lot of talent in India, especially in rural places. And consider this scenario where um, some engineer who has an ingenious new concept that he or she wants to you know make something out of. And what you can see is in most rural places there is lesser internet connectivity. And nowadays in this global era, connectivity is everything. So
Yes.
if you're getting good internet at remote areas, and if especially if you consider Geo and Airtel teaming up, and if they price it well, okay, just imagine you could be in a rural place where you have made something good progress in uh, agricultural IoT say space, and you want to get it up and running and broadcast it over the world, you can do it. There would be
Yes.
lesser connectivity issues. You could be connected to different databases and APIs to feed data to your system and take data from there and broadcast it everywhere. So the thing is, you will have connectivity, and you can get things up, and especially e-commerce. Okay, so artisans making, say, artisanal clothing, artisanal products, and if they want to sell them to a global market, or reach out, they could have that connectivity in their homes at rural places where they are making such good stuff. They can sell it using e-commerce, so which is like a big boom again to their industry as well, which is, I think, one of the best things that can happen.
Right. But for that, I don't think we need Starlink because I would like to justify my answer or rather this
Yes,
statement
yes.
of mine just after reading out the article. I just want to go back to the article at this point.
Hmm.
So I'm just moving to the Geo sort of news update, you can say. And I'm just quoting the article. Geo partners with Elon Musk's SpaceX to bring high-speed Starlink broadband to India. Again, exactly same like Airtel. And
Hmm.
this news comes just after a day after Airtel has announced the similar kind of partnership with the
Correct.
SpaceX. So the thing is that the major reason why I was saying that we don't need Starlink for a rural person to sell their artifacts in your case or your example, Sumit,
Hmm.
is because of this point. As of
Yeah,
now, I'm quoting the article. As of now, there is no information on the launch date or the pricing of Starlink services in India.
yeah.
Considering the services, considering the services across US, it is $80 a month, which is roughly about 7,000 rupees, right? So
Yeah,
we expect Starlink services to be on the expensive side,
most
and
definitely.
especially compared to Geo Fiber or Geo Air Fiber, which is most prominently available, abundantly available in the rural market. It starts at 1,000 rupees a month.
Hmm. Yeah,
So Geo Air Fiber will be very much cheaper as compared to Starlink. And
yeah.
this is exactly what has happened with Teslas.
Hmm.
We saw almost 90 to 95% import duty reduction on Tesla cars, which is why Tesla Model Y will be available from 35 lakh rupees price mark.
Yeah.
But then, after a week of this announcement or this tariff reduction, Maharashtra government has imposed a 6% GST, sorry, 6% road tax on all electric vehicles which are priced about above 30 lakh rupees.
Hmm.
So again, which is making Tesla go beyond 40 lakh rupees price mark ex showroom. So if you sort of take a look at this particular move with Elon Musk, all the Elon's product will be priced at such a higher point so that all the normal consumers will not opt for Elon's product but will opt for all the products which are made in India. In this case, Geo Air Fiber, or in the sort of Tesla or electric vehicles, people might go to maybe not maybe Tata or Mahindra for that matter, or Hyundai, but not Elon's product. So we really don't need, or rather, for that matter, this is just like, we are open to do business with you, and you are very much welcome to do business in India, but it will be priced at such a point that none of the users, or most of the users, 80 to 85 or 90% of the users,
Hmm.
will go for a much cheaper, much affordable, and much reliable option in the
Yeah,
market. And
yeah.
again, air fiber, I mean, I have personally seen a lot of users using air fiber or air, what's that? Fiber, normal fiber, geo fiber.
A
Yeah,
user
exactly.
here.
We have a geo fiber user here.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, yeah, we are using geo fiber in the city areas, but I have seen these two technologies being used in very rural areas, and they work pretty smoothly. So why is the need of Starlink? But like I said, again, we are just open to do business with you guys. So you are welcome here in India. And they have, or the government has planned to bring in the local companies on the front. So all the registrations will be taken by these two companies, which is Airtel and Jio, if you want to opt for Starlink based network.
Yeah, we never know. They can start it with the free also.
Yeah.
Maybe you never know.
Yeah, you know, no.
We have already seen Vodafone being conducting satellite based video calls. More
Yeah.
about that in the video. But exactly. I mean, this move is not really of a surprise. I mean, yes, it did excite us a bit, but after reading it, I mean, yes, this is purely business, and The prices will be such that the common people will
it
not
is
go
a
for it.
premium offering.
Exactly. It's a premium thing.
Yeah.
It's a premium thing. And again, I'm just quoting to the last part of the article. The entire kit of Starlink costs about $350, which is 30,000 rupees. And
Yeah.
this setup also requires a power supply unit to power both a dish and a router, as well as the necessary cables for connectivity. So yeah, and on top of that, I mean, there are certain weather conditions and weather challenges like heavy rain, snow, or storms can temporarily disrupt the signal, leading to slower speeds or brief outages. So yes, this is just like, hey, we are open to do business in internet sector. You are most welcome to do a partnership between Airtel and Jio to offer your services, but these services will be starting from this particular premium price.
Yeah.
That's a smart move. So again, it's a big win for users because in the end, users, you are getting a lot of options over here. If you're not happy with Geo Fiber or Geo Air Fiber or Airtel Extreme Fiber, you can avail their Starlink based services in near future. But again, not to forget, it is still under union government's, it is still waiting for union government's approval. It is not yet approved. Just the partnership has been disclosed out in the market, but the all the required approvals from the union government are yet to be sanctioned,
Uh-huh.
or rather approvals are pending,
Yeah.
we can say. Wow. Next up, we have update from AI space, and this is coming from Mr. Ashwini Vaishnav. So let's just take a look at what he has to say. And we have DeepSeek again here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just quoting the article. Ashwini Vaishnav launches AI compute portal, which is 9 times larger than DeepSeek. Wow. And they're announcing 27 AI labs. So I'm quoting, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav launched the AI compute portal in New Delhi, providing access to high powered computing resources for AI applications. The government plans to establish 27 AI data labs and has collected about 10,300 crore rupees to enhance the AI capabilities over 5 years. So that's a big, big, big announcement coming from the government.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it is based on the true facts, that exact with the value, exact with the what are
Yes,
the investments
yes,
and number of AI labs, all those things. So it's
correct.
kind of a legit announcement. So
Yes. And this article is not that old. This is from 6th March.
6th of March. So
So,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
6th
very
of March.
recent.
Right. So again, I'm just quoting. The platform is designed to provide researchers, startups, and government agencies with access to high-powered computing resources, including graphics processing unit for AI applications.
Mhm.
We have already seen or other discussed a lot about AI
Yeah.
infrastructure and how AI infrastructure is, or other companies are planning to invest a lot in India for AI infrastructure. More about that in the link. And yes, I mean, this is coming right after the announcement. That announcement was also made by Ashwini Vaishnav itself. Like we saw Microsoft investing, we saw Nvidia investing, we saw Perplexity AI investing, we saw Geo investing,
Yeah.
and after that we again saw Krutrim, which is Ola. Ola. Then we had a news from Ola as well. So, and again, this particular 10,300 crore rupees investment, that's really not exactly investment, but it is going to cost that. I mean, 27 AI labs or AI data labs. Yeah. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
We are sort of taking, AI stuff very seriously when it comes to all the other governments. I mean, I have not seen any other government taking this sort of approach.
Yeah.
So that's particularly something
will, yeah,
which has definitely grabbed our attention for sure.
exactly, grab the attention, as well as it will be increase kind of a popularity of AI in India itself. So it is not related to the only a popularity which will be people know about the AI, but the job opportunities as well. There will be a lot of startups will be coming
Yeah.
up.
Yes,
In future, it might be possible that the government will announce some subsidies for the AI startups as well
maybe,
as.
Exactly.
maybe.
Yeah.
So we never know. So it is kind of a completely new market opening for the again a completely different sector for that. So
Correct.
that's great.
Most definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
And also there is a mention of you know, normally in IT or corporate terms, it is known as SaaS model, which is software as a service, which is pay as you go sort
yeah,
of a service.
Yeah.
So the ministry, I'm quoting the article, the Ministry of Electronics and IT has stated that the new common computing facility, which we just discussed about right now, will offer the resources access at a subsidized rate of £1 per hour. So one
correct.
pound is what, 80 or 90 rupees
Yeah,
basically per hour. Let's round it off to 100 rupees per hour, which is significantly lower than £2 or 2.4 pounds an hour.
Mhm.
And in addition to that, India is expanding its semiconductor manufacturing sector with 5 semiconductor plants under construction.
Oh,
So we might also see a supply from those semiconductor industry or factories towards these 27 AI labs.
yeah.
correct. So it will be a subscription based kind of a resource sharing.
Correct.
So you will have your own instance and you can actually do your work on that particular slots. And whenever you are done, can just exit from that particular
Correct.
resource sharing. So
We
Mm.
we are aware of this particular subscription model because we have seen Netflix. We pay monthly, but
it
this
is
is
kind of, yeah, similar terms.
similar sort of things, but it will be like 100 rupees per hour, you can say, for that matter.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now that we are speaking about AI labs and everything, we just have the last update, you can say, for this week, and which is coming from Ola, which is Krutrim.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we have already seen that Ola had announced that Krutrim will be hosting DeepSeek on their own servers in the previous video. And now we have Krutrim, or sorry, Ola, or you can say Krutrim, partnering with Lenovo to
Mhm.
build India's largest supercomputer. And they also plan a massive AI model.
Uh-huh.
I'm quoting, Ola's AI arm Krutrim teams up with Lenovo to build India's largest supercomputer and ramp up homegrown AI.
Mhm.
And this article is dated 7th March, so it's not that old again.
Yeah,
So, Krutrim announced on Wednesday a strategic partnership with global giant Lenovo to develop Krutrim 3, an ambitious AI model boasting 350 billion parameters. I'm not sure what exactly 350 billion parameters here are. This follows Krutrim's early ventures into AI models, including Krutrim 1 and 2. I have not seen Krutrim 1 and 2. I, or rather, I just now realized that we have Krutrim 3. When was Krutrim 1? When was Krutrim 2? I have no idea. It never, it was never made available to public if since 2022 or 2023. But
yeah,
yeah, I mean, coming back, we are very proud to say that along with Lenovo, we are building the best. Our upcoming model Krutrim 3, we have 350 billion parameters and will stand as our answer from India to show that we can build the best, is what the founders are saying. I mean, yeah, it's sort of good. I mean, Ola is trying pretty hard to come back into AI space after they faced a huge backlash in their two-wheeler segment, you can say. They saw bikes on fire. They saw poor service, and we know what exactly is going about Ola two-wheelers. But since then, Ola is trying really hard to get themselves into AI space.
Mhm. Mhm.
And which is why they decided to host DeepSeek on their own servers. And now they are teaming up with Lenovo to build a supercomputer. What do you guys feel?
It's kind of an extended arm for the Ola, of course, because it is not like
Yeah.
that Ola is not doing good in their own sector, because of course the main entrance they have made with the basically a cab booking in India.
Yeah.
Right.
After that they entered into the vehicle manufacturing. After that they have started the extended arm like Krutrium AI. So it is kind of making what you can say environment or ecosystem
Mhm.
around the AI, so they can have the application background also with them, and also the vehicle, because normal people like us, yeah, like you said that you have heard about the Krutrium 1 and 2 very recently. It is
Mhm.
not like that, it is not available for public. So
Mhm.
this particular thing is now taking up the awareness and building up the awareness amongst the normal people. And what I mean by normal people is basically the services they are using day to day.
Hmm.
So if you see the vehicle or motorcycle or bike or car, it is very close to the normal day to day life of the normal people. So they will connect more and engage more with that particular technology if they are integrating something in the vehicle, or let's say it will be make more awareness towards the AI. So
Yeah.
it is like that. What I feel. So they have to implement something onto the day-to-day life, which will impact our life better to
Exactly.
use more and more AI tools and AI things.
I don't feel it that way because let's be honest here, Ola has sort of failed to achieve that day-to-day offering with the Ola two-wheelers because initially there was a huge hype, but then because of design and Indian temperature standpoint and all the things, a lot of customers have faced a lot of issues. I mean, let's people know what exactly I'm talking about here right now. So he has sort of failed in that domain, you can say. So
Mm.
which is why he then announced something related to AI, which will be then beneficial for the end consumer. If not end consumer, some of the maybe software companies or
Correct.
developers for that matter, which is why he stated that, hey, Krutrim will be India's first AI model
Mm.
initially.
Mm.
Then later on, magically, some things changed, and he said that we will host DeepSeek on our own servers, and no word of Krutrim AI, which is the India's first ever AI model.
Mm. Mm.
And now they are saying again, in the article, they have mentioned about DeepSeek being hosted on the local servers, but they are again saying that, you know what, we are building a supercomputer which is AI equipped with Lenovo and sort of things.
Mhm.
So we really don't know what exactly or how exactly this particular thing will be utilized as being an end consumer.
Mhm.
But I really doubt that this particular technology will be open for end consumer, like we saw from the Ashwini Vaishnavs.
Mm.
Because
Mm.
Ashwini Vaishnav is saying that, or like for that startup which we discussed about the satellite which can be accessed by students.
Mhm.
Correct.
Yeah.
So over here, companies or people are talking about public access. It
Correct.
might be paid, it might be free, but people are talking that, hey, our infrastructure or our resources will be accessible to all for free, maybe, or for this particular cost. But Krutrim, as of now, they are just, it's just like I feel I might be wrong over here, but I feel that this is sort of a tick mark news update. We are doing something in AI. That's it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Because
yeah. We
because
have to.
that is how it is rolling. The business is rolling nowadays. It is like this. I mean, if you are not doing something in AI space, you are outdated.
Yeah. Most definitely. Everything is AI
Exactly.
enabled,
Yeah.
AI equipped,
Exactly.
equipped with AI. You just things just keep popping up, and if you do it too much, you get the Bosch grip. So
Yeah, exactly. Bosch's AI crib, which tells it tells you when baby is crying or automatically cradle. Wow, it's too much. It's too much. But I mean, I really feel after reading the article, it's not really impactful for that matter. I mean, yes, it's really good. You are building up a computer, supercomputer, and everything, but it's just the information is too shallow, is what I feel. It might be because it's still in development, so they are not allowed to
Exactly.
reveal.
So it is kind
Yeah,
of a
Might
highlight
be
obviously.
the
what
case.
what they are doing recently. It is just kind of a highlight. So sometimes it is required to be in the news. It's
Yeah,
like that. So uh, that is why they are trying to have some updates or something going on. Everyone is doing nowadays. So
yeah. I mean, it's perfectly all right because that's how you keep yourself in the limelight always.
exactly
Yeah,
in front of the people. Yeah.
Yeah.
correct.
So that's a wrap for this week. And yep, Sumed's wrap. So that's a wrap for this week. And let us know how you felt about this particular episode. And if you haven't already subscribed to Technically Nerds, it really encourages us to deliver better content to you guys. And let us know your suggestions about what exactly you are feeling about our podcast. What should we include? What should we drop off? Or some other things which you want us to try out, you can just simply let us know in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching, and like, share and subscribe to our channel. Share this video with your friends and family, and see you next week. Okay, bye. We just can't keep our hands off of the AI stuff. And in addition to that, will be also discussing something about hydrogen updates, hydrogen engine
अरे हा
updates.
किती पुढे आलाय यार
तू का पुढे
काय
आला?
काय
त्याला
चाललंय?
हसवायचं होतं ना.
झालं, तो गेला ट्रॅक, नवीन येतो तुम्ही आता.
आता घे परत
सॉरी.
Yeah, I think they are just playing here with just a second.
वर्ड्स
गेली माझी बॅटरी.
चार्जिंगला नाही लावत तू.
अरे तो जुन्या काळातला आहे बाबा
अरे कसला
अच्छा कोसत गेला काय तुला
अरे तुला सांगतो, पहिली गोष्ट ना, तो सर्क्युलर दिवा घेणार आहे.
तो घ्यायचाच आहे मला.
बघ.
वा, सिरियस.
पप्पावर चंद्रपूर का आली तुझी
कुठे?
सुमेधच्या सो काहीतरी एक प्लेअर आहे त्याच्या पप्पावर नाही दिसत आहे तुला
हा, इथे
हा, वरती. हा, हा,
थांब.
तरी दिसतंय
आहेच आहे.
हा.
तू पुसून घे कॅमेरा. मला वाटलं पडद्याने
मला
पुसून.
पण वाटलं पडद्याने पुस्तक लिटरली
वाटतो रे तुम्हाला. शी